some came up to speak about, talk about happiness basically. What is happiness? And so I got the chance to talk about it a little bit, but everybody has a different way of how to be happy. I guess everybody wants to be happy, and I don't blame them, especially with what's going on today. It's really hard to be happy. I mean, I find it hard to be happy and see what's going on in the world today. It's just not something that any human with a brain, with soul, with integrity can be happy about. But we still have our life to live. We still have to live our life, do what we can, and we cannot control everything happen. So here's 10 ways of secrets of happiness that I find, and one of them, number one, is really be thankful. I find be thankful every day when you wake up in the morning, to be thankful what you have, to be thankful for your family, for your friends, for your whatever it is, for the air you breathe, even for anything. Just be thankful. When you get up in the morning. They're saying that the thing about 1 million people in the world go to sleep and they never wake up. So that's what I heard. This is the statistics. 1 million people go to sleep in the world and they never wake up. So when you wake up, be thankful that you're up. Be thankful what you have. Everything what you have. Name, every day you can name 2, 3, 4, 5 things to be thankful for. And it doesn't have to be people, doesn't have to be although of course, it's a great idea, but anything, like I mentioned earlier, the water you drink, the eyes you have, the ears that makes you hear, the mouth that you allow you to eat, whatever it is, be thankful. I think that's one thing alone. If you do it long enough, I think you'll be much more content with yourself. Just that alone. But we have 10, okay, so we have plenty. So if you can do one, maybe you can do 10. The second thing is meditation. Meditation takes you to an alpha state, where you can, of course, the right meditation, okay, so not everyone knows how to meditate. And the right meditation where it takes you down to alpha state, where you can program your subconscious mind, about what you really want and what you want to achieve. And your subconscious mind is like a computer. Whatever you give it, it will type in it and it will stay there and it will give it to you when you need it. So it's very, very important to do meditation because it will give you all that and so much more. And number 3, we're gonna, we can talk about everything. Number 3 is forgive everyone who did you bad. Forgive everyone who hurt you. Forgive them. I know this is hard to do. I know it's pretty hard to do when someone did you bad and you try to forgive, but it's just you don't have it in you, but you did. You do it for your own sake. Because if you have grudges against somebody, this will eat you alive. It will eat you inside, and it's really, really hard to be happy if you hold grudges. I know it's not easy to do, but we must do it in order for us to be full-grown human being and to achieve a higher level of spiritual state. And the next one is forgive yourself. And that's, again, really hard to do. Sometimes we tend to be harder on ourselves than we are on other people. So you must learn how to forgive yourself. If you cannot forgive others and forgive yourself, forget it. You're not going to be happy in your life. You can be kind of happy, but you're not going to have that static, that biggest happiness you need. So you must learn how to forgive yourself and forgive others. And number 5, learn from criticism. I know some people don't like that. I constantly ask people, criticize me. Tell me, what do you see I do wrong as a human being? I want to know about it. Sometimes you don't see yourself. Of course, most people get insulted and they feel like they don't do anything wrong and so forth. And on the opposite, I think criticism is good because it teaches you how to avoid certain bad habits, teaches you how to avoid certain things that are not good and then replace it with something good. So, respect criticism. And number 6, manage your time. Time management is very, very important. That's also a very hard subject. Hey, listen, nothing here is easy. In order for you to improve yourself, it's not easy. You have to work on yourself. So you got to manage your time. And time management is one of the best challenge most people have, most managers, entrepreneurs, everybody has this issue. The more you manage your time, the more you spend your time on things that serve you, on things that are good for you, and the more you take the time away and you ignore totally the things that does not serve you. Now I understand sometimes something like you're watching a comedy that makes you feel happy. It's serving you. It gives you. We need to laugh. We need to laugh more. We need to laugh at ourselves. Laughing is really great as part of happiness. So we need to learn how to laugh, and we need to be able to make time for laughing, lifetime for serious, lifetime for everything. But avoid as much as you can spending time with things that doesn't make sense and it doesn't serve your well-being. And the other thing I believe in number 7 is we all have negative emotions. We all, in my opinion, I'm sure you all agree with me that we are living in a negative world today. So negative that it's really sometimes hard to really be positive. So you need to push away these negative talks. Sometimes we get to talk negative and blah, blah. You need to, when you find yourself thinking negative thoughts, change it. Just change it. Just take it away, move it, and put something beautiful instead of it. So you have the power. You can do all these things because I really believe that we all have the power to do it. So when you get like self-negative talks there, you're only going to have some. You're not going to avoid it, but try as much as you can. Push it away and think of something that serves you, something that you want, something that makes you good, like the sunshine, the place, the ocean. I actually often go to YouTube now when I'm in my house. Often go to YouTube and go, now YouTube has this nature, with music, with songs, and it just, the photography goes, with the skies, and it's beautiful. You can literally go all over the world while it's sitting, and it's a beautiful scene and a beautiful picture. And I do it sometimes in the morning. It really opens up my mind and it makes you feel really good, and it gives you part of happiness. Such a beautiful world you live in, even though you're in it, but you're not everywhere. Of course, obviously, you only can be so much. Number 8, nourish your relationships. Nourish your relationships, the good relationships I'm talking about. Relationship, I think, for us as a human are the most important things in the world. In fact, they've done study over 80 years from people when they were very young to older age for a span of 80 years, and they're still conducting that study as well. They find out that the bottom line is the most important things in life for us as a human is to having a healthy relationships. When you have healthy relationships, you can enjoy your life more, you are happier, you tend to develop less diseases, you tend to live longer. Everything is really better. For those lonely people who like loneliness, they tend to be more depressed, they tend to develop illness sooner, and they tend to be miserable, and of course, they tend to die sooner. So relationships as a human, it's very important. But of course, you have to be selective. You have to be selective who you want to be with. You have to be selective who you don't want to be with. And so whatever makes you feel better, whatever can serve you to become a better human being, those you want to be around. Those who trying to belittle you or drag you down or make you feel bad, you don't want this. You don't have time for that kind of thing, really. So avoid these people as much as they can. And number 9, of course, they ask Einstein, they say, what's the secret of happiness? Einstein said it in one word. He said, "We are here to make other people happy." I really believe that. Making other people happy who deserve to be happy by extending your love, your thought with them, no matter where you are in their life, this will give you certain happiness, certain joy. It's really hard to describe. I experience it. I'm sure some of you guys experience it. I think it is. Einstein was right until his time. This is the secret of happiness. Of course, there's other things that we talked about. And the last one is always, I always ask myself, and I think we should always ask ourselves, why do I exist? That's number 10. That's the last one, okay? Why am I here? Why do I exist? And you know what? Just think about it. Just by thinking about it, if you have what it takes, you will find out why. And I think you will find out that you exist, like what Einstein said, you exist here to serve others, bottom line. But then good to ask yourself, there's a lot of other things that you exist for, but we just kind of make it short here. You're here to serve others. These are 10 qualities of happiness, I believe, and one of them can be happy. The first one, just being grateful every single day. By doing it every single day, day out, day in, you will find peace. Light goes in your chest and your heart, and you'll find happiness. And the same thing when you do with the other thing, when you help someone who needs help, offer time, assistance, whatever it is needed, and make them feel really good. That also will give you a light inside you that you only will have to experience to know how good it feels. So those the 10 tips for the day. Until next time, thank you and be happy.